Hello there everybody, and welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. I am King Mac, your hamburger pal. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Also be sure to grab some hot buttery popcorn while you're at it as you enjoy this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
Welcome back, my friends. You are watching TTBurger Game Reviews, and I'm your host, Tony. We're back with more PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 game reviews. Since St. Patrick's Day is all over with, we're back with the regular time with some new glasses here. I thought they look cool for the review and stuff like that. Welcome to episode 289, everybody. Episode 289, part 1 of 2 parts here. And today we're going to be talking about a first-person shooter franchise made by Activision and mainly by id Software and more. A company who were behind games such as Doom and Wolfenstein 3D. We're going to talk about the franchise called Quake. And we know Quake was basically like a first-person shooter where you shoot the enemies, they're aliens and stuff and everything. And you learned that they're called the Strogg and everything, and then you start off as a 2D game, and then it got ported to Nintendo 64, then we got a sequel ported all over the place after the PC, and then we got a multiplayer-based game, then we got a game exclusive to the Xbox 360 and PC, and then we got another multiplayer-based game and stuff, and that's basically what Quake was. But my history with Quake is I only played a few Quake games. I played the original Quake on the PC one time at a friend's house. I played Quake II, Quake III Arena, and Quake 4, but I didn't really play a lot of Quake games growing up. I remember beating Quake 4 and being disappointed on the 360 version because it was so bad and butchered all those problems and everything like that, and enemy territory Quake 4 stuff was just a pile of garbage and everything. And the first Quake, when I played it, I couldn't really get into it, just wasn't really interesting to me. But we're going to be looking at 2 games here for this episode here. Quake 2 for the PlayStation, Quake 3 Arena for the PlayStation 2. Now we gotta get started here. We're talking about Quake 2 for the PlayStation, also on the PC, Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, and more. Released on September 30th, 1999 for the PlayStation. Quake 2 is awesome. One of the best first-person shooters for its time. Basically like Doom, but in 3D, if you want to say that, where you kill the Strogg. When this game came to the PlayStation, we were concerned on how it was going to turn out because, the PlayStation has technical limitations where if they were to put it in its full glory, it wouldn't have run well and it would have lagged all over the place. But the end result of it did an amazing job here with some edits, with some changes they had to do for the PlayStation version to make it run, but it's an amazing job here, well done. Sure, it has technical shortcomings and there are problems with the gameplay, but Quake 2 should not be overlooked if you enjoy first-person shooters in 3D. So where to start here? Well, let's start with the beginning, the story. You play as a lone space marine who goes by the name of Bitterman, who does not talk and you never see his face. Bitterman is dropped onto this alien planet known as Stroggos, and dropped into the backdrop of the war between humanity and the alien race known as the Strogg. The Strogg have been capturing and killing humans and converting the humans into evil machine-like cyborgs to use for the war machine against the humans. Bitterman is tasked into taking part in Operation Alien Overlord, a desperate attempt to end the war by launching a counter-offensive operation on the Stroggos. When Bitterman lands on the planet, he realizes most of the soldiers are captured or killed as they soon approach the landing zone. Now it's up to Bitterman, the lone marine, to put an end to the war against the Stroggos and eliminate the leader and to survive. There's not much story in the game. You need the manual, or else you'll be confused on what was going on. But I was not confused, because I have the manual, and I understood what was going on. The story that is there is pretty burglary fascinating, especially with the war against the Stroggos. It was really fascinating, burglary fascinating for sure. Presentation on Quake 2, the PlayStation version, delivers in the graphics department really well. Sure, it's not the best looking first-person shooter of all time, but it looks awesome for a PlayStation game. The Strogg aliens look really detailed and they move realistically and have different death animations too. I love it when you kill different Strogg enemies and stuff like that. They have multiple weapons they were using and stuff like that and everything. But the death animations are really cool, especially when you kill them. they'll shoot you again and then drop dead. That's pretty cool there. You need to take lessons like that. It's kind of similar to like we do in Turok 2 when like certain enemies like die and they get up again, do a death rattle and then fall back down. Like, what I like about the Strogg is that they have multiple weapons they will use on you that's not scripted or so. 1 minute they'll use a rifle on you, then if you run away they'll shoot you with a grenade launcher or so, and so on and so on. No scripted events here, they act realistically. Even the death animations look awesome, like I mentioned. The gun models look so cool, you want to reach out and hold them, especially the super shotgun, the chain gun, the super blaster, they all look awesome. The environments are dark and dingy and gloomy, which fits the atmosphere of the alien war going on, so I don't have a problem with it. The problem is the environments are big, and it's harder to know where to go, especially because there's no map at all. Also, it loads a lot too. There are times where you think you're going in the right direction, but you realize after that you are going around in circles or you've been to this spot already. The frame rate is at a decent 30 frames per second, but it can drop when things get a little too hot and the action with multiple enemies on your burger ass and on the screen, but this doesn't happen that much though. I love the sound of Quake II, especially that rock and roll music, which is awesome. Rock band Sonic Man composed all the music for the game, and it's awesome. I love it. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, well, that's me doing that sound there, but yeah. But the problem is some of the songs loop constantly over and over when you go to a new area, but a lot of the songs are amazing. It's not an issue there. After the loading, the song changes, you may hear the same song already, but I didn't mind it so much because I love the music. There's not much voice setting, it's okay, but it's not much to give an opinion on it. The gun sounds amazing like realistic sci-fi weapons. The grunts though from the ends and Bitterman sound awkward when Bitterman jumps. It sounds like he's trying to lift a dumbbell while stretching at the same time. Even his death screams sound similar to that. Quake II's gameplay is fun and enjoyable, but it has problems. This is an amazing game that should not be overlooked, it's just not a perfect game. We have here a first-person shooter where you go on the Stroggos planet and kill Stroggs, but that is not all you do. You have to complete objectives, solve puzzles, find key cards or items so to press on and move forward, or destroy this item or so. You're given objectives for the level and mission orders for parts of the level you are in. These levels are long. Believe me, they are long. It'll take you about 34 minutes to get through the first level for newcomers or so. The best part, of course, is shooting the Strogg with your weapons. Get a handful of weapons that look cool and memorable. The super shotgun is my favorite weapon. One hit kills most of the enemy, along with the super blaster that becomes very iconic early on like a laser machine gun. And watching the Strogg explode into pieces like, whoa, they explode everywhere all over the place. The enemy AI is strong. Too strong at times. The Strogg will fuck you up non-stop, being up on you, or they will gun you down if you don't if they have grenade launchers like that, and if you're not careful, you will die. Those enemies with the grenade launchers are annoying as burger fuck. You will lose lots of health if you are not careful. Thankfully though, there are lots of health and ammo power-ups anyway, so it makes up for that. But just be warned, if you're not near a health power-up, you're low on health, you are fucked if you're gunned down by a grenade launcher. The controls are simple. May take a little time to get used to, but not that much. Most of the time they're simple. X shoots, square jumps, triangle and circle switch your weapons, and the shoulder buttons will let you aim up and down or strafe. Moving with the D-pad is a little stiff and clunky. It has analog support, but it only lets you use the left analog stick. Like I mentioned, there is no map whatsoever. You'll get lost easily if you do not know where you're going or what to do. And there's a lot of backtracking as well, which is annoying because you get lost in one of those spots, gotta go back that spot again and try to avoid getting lost again. I should note here that the PlayStation version has some exclusives not found in the other versions. Like the first mission of the PlayStation version is a part of the first mission in the Nintendo 64 port of Quake II, used as some sort of a prologue. Also, certain levels in the PlayStation version were redesigned to match up with the PlayStation technical limitations. They added corridor-like areas, which is why it loads a lot to keep the game running at a smooth frame rate. There are also enemies missing, but 2 new types of enemies were added here. Also, you can only save between levels, and you have no checkpoints. If you die, you start at the last spot you saved in, or at the beginning of the level or so. These are not bad. Well, most of them are not bad. This get a little annoying, but I understand what it is to get the game run well on the PlayStation. I have not played the other ports, so I cannot say anything about them. I did play the Xbox 360 version that came as a bonus disc for Quake IV, which that game sucked. But the Xbox 360 port shared the problems of Quake IV, so the PlayStation version is better. Quake II was an awesome game that I recommend you all pick up, but we must go to our TTBurger pros and cons chart to give this game a score here. For the TTBurger pros, fun, action-packed first-person shooter where you kick some Strogg ass on the planet Stroggos. Action-packed story where you play as a lone marine trying to fight through the war between humans and Strogg, and most importantly, to survive. Excellent graphics that run at a smooth 30 frames per second for the most part. Amazing soundtrack by the rock band Sonic Mayhem with some memorable rock tunes. Badass, awesome weapons to choose from, especially the Super Shotgun, the Super Blaster, and more. Long missions broken up into corridor-like parts that add the fun factor and playability to it. Killing Stroggs on the planet is enjoyable still to this day, and watching them explode is awesome. The PlayStation version has some exclusive stuff done to the missions, which makes it worth checking out if you own a PlayStation, and the PC version as well. Those who did not play the original Quake, not to worry because the first mission set was a prologue prequel for newcomers. For the TTBurger cons though, environments being huge while it's a good thing, it's easy to get lost, especially since certain areas look the same. No map at all or anything to help you find where to go in these big levels that makes it hard to navigate and find where to go at times. A lot of backtracking with load times every time you go to a new part, and it can confuse you because you're not sure if you're getting lost or not. The Strogg AI, while they are strong and they put up a fight, they can be overpowered, especially when they use grenade launchers and pound you with grenades. If you die, you start at the beginning of the level or the beginning of the save point. There are no checkpoints or manual save feature where you can save at any time. But those are the only places I have this though. Final thoughts, if you really enjoy first-person shooters and you want some action where you kill Stroggs and everything like that, like aliens and stuff, Quake 2 should not disappoint at all. I give Quake 2 a 9 out of 10 because it's the best score I can give it for the PlayStation version. So this is the rating for the PlayStation version because it's the only version I own, and that's what I'm going to give it there. And that's it for episode 289, part 1 of 2 parts. Stay tuned, we're going to wrap things up here with Quake 3 Arena, a multiplayer, player-based game. And it's the first week I never really viewed this type of games before. We got the PlayStation version. How does this fare? Find out next. All I gotta say is Tony, peace and out. Have everything, see all my review of Quake 3 Arena, episode 289, part 2 of 2. Take care, everybody.
Till we do what we say, yeah, we feast on the bread, we eat and we're fed, and we need to go shed all this doubt in our head, all this cloud that I tread is now where